This is how this channel works, guys. I find something good, I bring it to you, I talk about it, I review it, and I tell you why I love it. And today, you really want to stay tuned because these Edifier earbuds will blow you away. And I have all the details. What's up, everybody? This is David M, the Polish Potato. Before we begin, I have to mention it. We made it, guys. 1,000 subscribers. What a milestone. Thank you all. You are wonderful. I love reading your comments. And I'm thinking maybe like Brandon with no D, I should just be dancing in the video today. Yeah, that feels good. Every now and then, if you have a reason to celebrate, I think you should celebrate. And 1,000 subscribers is definitely a huge milestone, definitely a reason to express your joy. And so I did. And now down to business. Edifier TWS1 Pro2. Wow, wow, wow. The sound signature. Guys, you may really want to pay attention because Edifier took these little earbuds to the next step. You know that my favorite earbud of the year, wireless earbud, is so far the Technics AZ80, mainly because their amazing sound. It's scary how close these come to the same sound quality, to the same sound signature. And I will talk about the details right now. So one of the songs that I love for testing earbuds is Running to the Sea by Royce-Cobb. And why? Because that song has such a wide range of instruments involved and what's going on and how it develops. It starts with just the piano and human voice, and that alone is pretty difficult to reproduce, believe it or not, accurately in speakers of any kind. So if you have earbuds that don't create any sort of distortion when that piano and the voice are working together to create the sound of the song, if you have an earbud that reproduces both the sound of the piano and the human voice very clearly and naturally, and you don't hear any weird resonance or you know, any sort of distorted sounds that shouldn't be there, then you know you're on to something good. But you know, that's just the beginning of the story. So that kind of tells you that the mids in this little earbud, in Edifier TWS1 Pro2, are done very well, and that alone is pretty difficult to achieve. But then, of course, we have the bass. The bass is the bass for sounding juicy and punchy for every earbud. And if the bass is not done correctly, then of course you're not gonna have great listening experience no matter what. If it's too flat, you're going to feel that something's missing. You don't have that hit, that punch, that strike that you want to feel when you're listening to the music that you know should be sounding dynamic. And when the bass is overdone, of course, it's going to overwhelm all other frequencies, and all you're going to have is thumping and, you know, very boomy noises that will not let you hear the rest of the instrument very well. But in these, the bass is right where it needs to be. It's strong, it's rounded, it's full, and it sounds really great, and it sounds fast. That song, Running to the Sea, has the bass that shouldn't be sounding muddy. And in these earbuds, it really sounds sharp, for the lack of better description. And that's what it should be. So I love what they did here. On top of everything, you have the highs that are accurate, that are very rich, and that are nicely separated. The sound staging in these is really to be praised, because again, it's scary how close they come to the Technics AZ80. It's not exactly the same. You can hear minor differences, but man, they come close. And of course, there's this huge price difference that has to be taken into consideration. So if you have something that costs as much as these, I hate giving exact prices on this channel because prices keep changing. And if you're watching this video half a year from now and I said $60 and now something costs $45 because there's a discount or whatever, then it doesn't make much sense. But what you should know is that these are a lot less than the ones I'm comparing them to, the Technics AZ80. So with that considerable difference in price, having almost the same sound signature is absolutely amazing. So Edifier nailed it, absolutely nailed it with these earbuds. If you're buying earbuds for music, if you're a critical listener, if you're an audiophile, if you're a music lover, you will be right at home with these, and I already recommend them to you without mentioning anything else. But of course, other things are important too. So now let's tackle ergonomics. In my opinion, these are fantastic as well. These earbuds have really weird shape. So when you take them out of the case and look at them, you're wondering, you know, are these really going to work for me? And I still don't know if I have average ears. I probably do. But if these were tested and made for average human ears, then I have to say someone did a fantastic job, because you put them in, you twist them a little, and they sit in your ears so well, and they fit so well. They really reflect the shape of your inner ear. Of course, you know, push them in deeper. So you may do that trick with pulling your ear up and lodging them in, because then you will unlock the full sound experience that these offer. And once they're there, they will just stay in. You can do whatever. You can rock, you can run, you can shake your head all day long. They will not fall out. And that's, of course, if you select the right ear tip sizes. So I have to praise Edifier for the ergonomics as well, because they are as good as it gets. Compared, combined with the lightweight of these earbuds, they weigh close to nothing. They become such a natural part of your ear that you can just walk around with them all day and have this fantastic sound, enjoy this fantastic music without feeling any fatigue. Really, really good job here. I absolutely love what Edifier did. Aesthetics. So when you look at these, they look neat. I obviously have the white. They also come in black, and I believe they come in blue. Is that true? Let me check that. No, I'm not correct. They only come in black or white, so you pick whatever works best for you. I got the white, and I'm not regretting it. I think they look fantastic in white, but they look just as good in black. A big part of aesthetics is packaging, and packaging is something that Edifier does really, really well. And for me, this always adds to the user experience. When I open earbuds and I see this carefully thought out layout and nice materials and everything in place, easily accessible, beautiful presentation, I'm always thinking, wow, you know, someone spent time on this to enhance my user experience. So it matters. It really matters. Of course, the most important thing is the sound. So if you have beautifully packaged product that doesn't sound good, it almost doesn't matter. But if you have a beautifully packaged product that does sound fantastic, then it kind of adds to this overall package and enhances the value, the perceived value, even more. And Edifier did a beautiful job here. They always do. I absolutely love their packaging. It's tasteful, it's high-end-ish, and it communicates, you know, we care about you as our client. So please enjoy this nicely crafted packaging after or right before you enjoy the sound of these earbuds that, once again, is absolutely up there fantastic. The controls work well. The earbuds are just sensitive enough. And to add the protection against accidental taps and accidental actions when you're trying to control your earbuds, Edifier went a little different route than the standard most manufacturers pick for their earbuds. So actually, one tap doesn't do anything. 2 taps and 3 taps on each earbud you can program with the action of your choice. So there's quite a little bit of freedom in how you want these to control. And I'm not sure this is the best system I have experienced. If I am comparing these again to the much more expensive Technics AZ80, then I would definitely prefer the system that works for Technics, and I kind of would like to have the one-tap functionality. I've been using earbuds, wireless earbuds, for a long time now, and literally hundreds of them, and I don't really register accidental taps that often, although that does sometimes happen. So there is some point to what Edifier is doing here. It will work better for some of you, not so great for others. But overall, it's not bad. There's a lot of functionality here, and there's customization, which is always important, and it always helps. This is a big one, because again, we're veering into higher end territory here where ANC actually works really well. I took this on a plane flight recently, a very long one, and I have to admit I was very pleased with how ANC works. These were canceling the noise around me completely. At some point I took them out of my ears and I wasn't even aware that there was a screaming baby a few seats away on the plane, which a lot of other people who did not bring noise canceling earbuds were not having a great time with. So me not realizing that is the best proof of how well these work. Of course, the noise that is always there when you're flying a plane was canceled completely. Just like other earbuds, they will not canceling barking dogs right next to you, but none of the earbuds I have experienced in my life do that yet. So I would rate this ANC at a very high level. Great job again, Edifier. App support for these earbuds is okay. It's not the best, not the most extensive, not the most featured app that I have ever seen, but it has several listening modes, and it does offer ability to customize the controls and switch between different ANC modes. So you have that basic functionality there. And one thing that I really like and appreciate is that it detects the earbuds right away, and there wasn't a single time yet when I was using them where the app would get stuck and not see the earbuds, which is very annoying when that happens with other brands. So that's a big pet peeve of mine, and I'm glad it's working so well here. Let's talk about the battery life real quick. Max playtime listed on Amazon is 24 hours, but that's with the case. So on a single charge, you get around 6 hours, depending on how you use them and what ANC modes you pick. You get about 3 additional charges from the case, and that's how you get to the top of 24 hours, which is enough, you know, in reality. During my flight, at least, I would have them in my ears, then I would take them out for a little bit so they would go back in the case, and you do get the 1 hour playtime from very fast 10-minute charge, so that's additional functionality there. So overall, once you deplete that entire capacity of the case, which gives you 24 hours total, you've been through the longest day of your life, and they are still working, they still hold the charge, and that's really what matters. The case, there is not much to talk about other than it's a very, you know, standard looking case that I've seen on maybe 50 other earbuds. There's nothing outstanding about it. I do like that there's a flat bottom, so you can stand it on your desk like this, and the charging port is in the back, so there's no weirdness about this. There is no wireless charging, and when you open it up, it gives you easy access to the earbuds, so you can take them out without much effort. And they have the magnets like most earbuds on the market right now, so they snap right back in and fall into place. Good case. And now the time comes to take these out of the studio and test them in real life conditions for the phone call quality. They promise good performance because they even have a wind canceling mode. So let's see how this pans out against the advertising and against competition, of course. Here we go, guys, the moment of truth for these Edifier earbuds. I know a lot of you won't consider buying TWEs if they don't perform well on phone calls. So let's do the test. My test is always the same. We start in an idling car on the side of the local road where noise levels are relatively low for these earbuds to demonstrate how well they voice. That was not quiet. That was not low noise levels, but this is real life test. So that's what it's all about. This is to demonstrate how well they pick up my voice in a relatively quiet environment. And now when we start driving, we get to 50 miles an hour, carefully, of course, obeying local traffic laws. And this is to introduce more challenging situation like the noise of the car's engine and of course the wind coming in through the window. And we are at 50 right now. So whatever you're hearing or not hearing is the real life situation that you may experience on your daily commute to work or a vacation drive when you need to call your relatives and say, hey guys, what's up? I know you're working, but I'm enjoying my time off. I feel bad for you, but I'll send you a postcard. You know, this test right now is without the noise, wind noise cancellation that is built into this. So I'm going to turn this on now. I'm going to turn on the noise, wind noise. Wow, that's difficult to say. I am going to turn on the wind noise cancellation and see what the difference is in 3, 2, 1. And so have the wind reduction on. I hope it works. I hope the results are good because it would be fantastic if these earbuds work well for phone calls, especially in difficult situations that you may encounter in your daily life when you want to be using them and making phone calls. And here is the first competitor, earbud number 2 for today's video, which is also a taste of things to come to the channel. A lot of you have been like, David, when is the review of the QCY HT07 coming up? So it's coming up because they're in my ears right now. And this is the portion where I idle the car on the side of the road just to give you guys a preview of what they would sound like with low noise pollution around me. But now I'm going to start driving and get to 50 miles an hour. And the interesting thing about these QCY earbuds is that they have a wind algorithm, wind canceling, wind noise reducing algorithm built in that kicks in on its own automatically when it detects high enough problematic wind noise that it decides it should be reduced. So this is going to be a very interesting test. And even though I have trouble expressing my thoughts today, I feel like a lot of you will want to see this section of the video and go back and forth and compare what the Edifier sounded like and what HT07 from QCY can do in the same exact conditions, because the windows are still cracked, the car is moving forward at 50 miles an hour, and I hope this is a good enough sample to make an exact comparison. And here we are, guys. This is an expensive animal in my ears right now because it's no other than the JABRA ELITE 10. Yes, this costs a lot more than the Edifier and the QCY HT07. So let's start driving. Let's get to 50 miles an hour and let's see how well this stacks up against the other two. Is the Edifier going to be the one that wins this comparison? Is it going to be the QCY HT07? Or is it going to be the JABRA ELITE 10 that it requires you to spend so much money that you could buy both of the other ones and still have a lot left over once you're done with this purchase? So is this going to have a huge advantage over the other two, the unfair advantage of the higher price that should be coming with much better technology? Well, let's see. Now that we do have those 3 samples recorded in fairly challenging conditions of a lot of wind coming into my cabin, the cabin of my car, driving at 50 miles an hour. I'm going to slow down now and pull over again so we can finish this test. Is this going to be so much better than the other two? Or is one of the other two the winner today? I want you guys to have this preview so that you can make an educated decision about which one of these you might be buying next. Now let's go back to the studio for a summary of this test and the entire today's video.
And you heard it, guys. You heard it for yourselves, right? I don't think those strange, screechy, clipping noises are coming from the microphone themselves. I think this is the algorithm and the sound processing
and therefore maybe it can be fixed in a firmware update, which I'm really hoping for, because otherwise these Edifier earbuds are fantastic, and I would love them to run the full circle and also come with really great phone quality. So Edifier definitely has some work to do, and there's a lot of room for improvement. On the other hand, the QCY HT07, what a prospect. We have that down. They do sound, as you heard for yourselves, you be the judges, I would say really good in this comparison. So the next video on this channel is about them. I hope you tune in and watch that review, because we have already figured out that they have great phone call quality, which is a huge improvement over the previous version, the HT05. I did test those and they didn't do well at all. So that's a great outlook for the next video coming on this channel. And of course, the JABRA ELITE, as expected, won this comparison. So unfortunately, Edifier came as number 3 in this test. And as much as I absolutely love them for music, and I recommend them to all of you who are avid music listeners, audiophiles, and music is most important to you, but obviously if you want to make phone calls, you don't want the person on the other end of your call to be hearing those weird, distorted noises and really annoying interruptions. So maybe you need to look elsewhere if you make a lot of phone calls with your earbuds. A few technical details we have to discuss before we finish this video. Active noise cancellation is awesome on these. I talked about it. They come with wearing detection, which means they can stop the music if you take them out of your ears. You can turn that off in settings, so that's up to you. 10mm driver is responsible for that fantastic sound signature. Environmental noise cancellation, we heard the test, not so great. They do come with game mode, and they have IP54 dust and splash proof protection. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you so much for your attention and your time, and I hope it gave you enough information to make an educated decision if you were planning to purchase the Edifier TWS1 Pro2. I would love for you guys to join my live stream on October 7th. Lots of giveaways. Get yourself some new earbuds just for watching the show, maybe leaving a comment under this video or during the live stream. I hope you're going to be there. And with this, thank you so much again for your attention. I will see you soon.